It's Andrew from Apex Cards. Please like and subscribe. And I also wanted to say thank you all for your support. A lot of people subscribing, a lot of people commenting. I really like the dialogue and showing you guys kind of what we're doing here with cards. But anyway, today I wanted to do an analysis of various business models that exist on eBay for cards. So in my opinion, sports cards happen to be in a category on eBay that are very scalable. They've got a lot going for them. They are small, which means they're easy to ship and they're lightweight. And they are extremely valuable in some cases. And there are many different ways that you can sell them, eBay being probably the most common way that people sell cards, but you can also sell them at card shows. And of course, this is a card channel, so I guess I'm preaching to the choir, but I wanted to look at a couple different eBay stores and talk about these people and their business model. So I've got 4 stores pulled up here, and they all have a different business model, and they're all making, I would guess, at least $1 million a year in revenue. Some of them multiple millions of dollars, maybe even a month. And so Greg Morse Cards being one of those. So Greg Morse Cards, I mean, what is this? 335,000 feedback right here. If you don't know anything about Greg Morse Cards, they are a consignment service, but they primarily deal in vintage cards. And so Greg Morse is, of course, the owner of the company, and he has made quite the reputation for himself of running this massive eBay store, and he basically grades each of the card, visually grades them and states the grade that he believes that the card is in the listing. And so, as you can see, he has 26,000 cards for sale right at the moment. And if you go to all items, you will see that every single one of them is an auction. There's not a single buy it now here. These are, I believe, 10-day auctions. So if we go to like newly listed, and let's click on this one here. It ends in, yeah, so place bid. When does this end? Yeah, ends in 9 days. So they're starting 10-day auctions, and they have 26,000 cards listed. I mean, so they're listing at least 2,600 cards a day. So I don't know how many listers they have that are doing that, but that is pretty insane. So you can send your cards, right? If you have cards you want to sell and you don't want to list them, this is an option. Consignment companies are an option. They're going to take a percentage of the sale. Usually, I believe Greg Morris Cards is about 20%. You can, of course, go to his website and find out, but you can send them a big batch of cards and let them deal with the listing. That's one way to do eBay. You can spend all of your time sourcing and finding valuable cards, and Greg Morris has a huge audience. He's going to put them up for auction, and they're going to go. But if we look here at his feedback, he's had 25,000 positive feedback in the past month. Usually about 25% of people leave feedback. So you can assume that they've had around 100,000 sales in the last 1 month. So just incredible the volume that Greg Morris Cards is doing. So if we go to sold listings, I mean, you can see the values are everywhere. So always $4 shipping, but here's a $5 sale, a $16 sale, $3 sale, $71 sale. And you can see he grades each of the cards, EX, EX Mint, near mint to mint. And people really trust these grades that they give to these cards, and they can, in many cases, command a premium because of the trust that the customers have in his grading. So, I mean, 100,000 listings ending every month. I don't know what his average listing price is going to be, but it's going to be fairly high because this is a bunch of modern stuff, a bunch of 90s junk wax. But if we keep going here, we're going to get into some vintage, and I mean, legendary company here in the space. So also, just to confirm how many cards they're selling per month, if you listen to this video, this is by a baseball card collector, investor, dealer. Fantastic channel. If you're not subscribed, you should check it out. Chris Stoll is this guy's name. But listen to this. So Greg Moore sponsored this video here, and you can hear him in the advertisement say how many cards they're selling per month. So listen to this.
Service and frequently become repeat customers. They sell exclusively on eBay and sell over 80,000 cards each month. You can see all of their listings on their.
So there you go, 80,000 cards per month. So anyway, consignment via Greg Morris. I mean, this company is doing major volume. I don't know how many people they have, but let's say you've even got 5 or 6 employees. This is a very profitable company, very profitable business model. Let's go to the next one here. So this is COMC Futures. Cardboard Futures is the name of this eBay store. So if you go to the eBay store, it's Cardboard Futures. And this guy is Eliteco3, who also has a fantastic YouTube channel. He's been grading cards himself since PSA opened. He grades almost exclusively with PSA and more recently now with SGC. And he's got a fairly large eBay store. So, about 800 items listed, significantly smaller number of listings than Greg Morris. But I know that this individual happens to list all of his items on his own, or I assume he does. I don't know him personally. But he's listing auctions every single day. So let's see how many are auctions. So out of the 790 listings, 240 are auctions, and then the rest are buy it now. So 550 buy it now. You can see he's got quite a bit of SGC graded here, tons of PSA graded. I know he doesn't. He's also got some wax listed. 94 sold. 2019 Panini Prism. I don't know how much money this store is making, but it's probably $50,000-$60,000 a month. Let's go to his feedback and we can see how many feedback. So he's had 743 feedback in the last month. Multiply this by 4. It's going to be what? 2,800 feedback. So 2,800 sales in a month. Really, really good stuff. So we know that he's grading at scale because you can see in his grading, here's 90 SGC cards coming back 4 weeks ago in this video. You can just flip through his videos, Eliteco3 on YouTube, and see this dude just grades at scale, and he acquires cards at scale, high value cards too. He's not slumming it with junk wax, although he does buy junk wax, but he's buying some very high value cards. He's got an eye for how they will grade, and he is grading them, and of course flipping them on eBay or selling them on eBay, I guess would be the appropriate term. He would not be considered a flipper. But, grading a lot of Brady rookies. So, very interesting business model. I like this business model. He's also selling a lot. There's raw cards here. Let's see if we can find a raw. So, here is a raw card here that he's selling. And I'll show you something else. If you look at his listings, you find some of these raw cards, you can see that they've been listed by Chrono Card. This one has not. I have seen his listings before where he is listing cards via Chrono Card. Here, let's just do lowest priced. Let's see, did he list this with Chrono Card? He did. So this is how Chrono Card looks. The description looks when you list with Chrono Card. So he is a Chrono Card user, just to FYI. In fact, I think maybe some of his videos are where I first saw Chrono Card being used. He made some videos maybe even years ago where he was using Chrono Card to list. So Eliteco3 at least is listing his lower end singles via Chrono Card, which is worth noting. All right, let's go to another eBayer here. So this is Superior Sports Investments. I believe that they're out of Arlington, Texas. And as you can see, they have 22,000 items listed. I mean, that's a big ass store. Let's take a look here. So they've got some wax listed, a lot of junk wax listed. I mean, this is a Sportflix box. No one is going to buy this. Yeah, just looks like a combination of wax and graded cards, single cards, blisters. I happen to know through a friend who sells stuff to them that they'll buy anything. They basically literally buy anything sports related, and they've got a staff of people who are listing constantly. And I don't believe that this is their only account. I think they've got some unbranded accounts with random usernames that they sell on, but this is their main account. And as you can see, it's just random graded stuff, random sealed products. There's going to be some singles in here, some ungraded singles. Look, here's a bunch of top loaders that they're selling. You know, more wax. They literally list anything. So let's just let's look at newly listed and see what they have listed recently. So it looks like today they've been listing um, a bunch of graded cards. So I don't believe that they're grading these themselves. I mean, I don't think Beckett is sending back hundreds of cards at the moment. They've probably bought a collection or had these, or who knows. I mean, maybe they did grade them, but I would guess that they've bought these in a big collection and they're just listing them up. And notice that they don't list with 99 cents, right? Just 35 bucks. No 34.99 here. Just as fast and as efficient as possible. If you look at their listings, you'll see that they use some kind of software as well to list. Yeah, this listing was created by GLE Tech Multiple Selling Channel Tools. So I'll let you Google that. But basically, it's a software product that lets you list in multiple places. So they're probably listing on a website, Facebook, you know, who knows where else. But of course, via eBay as well. So that's Superior Sports Investments. Another one worth looking at. This is a consignment company similar to Greg Morris, but this is a DC Sports 87. They were a big consigner, a big PSA submitter, and also a big consigner. And you can see that they've got a large number of cards listed. So you can join their Facebook group and figure out what their rates are. But literally, you would just send in your cards, mainly your hits that you want to sell. You send them in, and then they list them very quickly. I saw this guy, DC Sports 87, I saw an interview by him where he said that he had a guy, an employee, an older gentleman, who could list 1,200 listings a day. 1,200 listings a day. So a single individual. So I don't know how that's done, but he's got a hell of a system if he's capable of doing that. So let's see how many are for auction. Yeah, so basically everything is in auction except for 52 listings. So only 52 out of and these are probably very high dollar listings. Yeah, Trout rookies, you know, short prints of Mahomes, very high price cards. They run everything similar to Greg Morris in auction. So, you know, 17,000 listings divided by 10 days. They're listing at least 1,700 cards a day. So pretty wild. You've got to, if you're going to make any serious amount of money, you've got to be capable of listing a large number of cards per day. So I believe that these guys are, I don't know if they're using a software or if this is just a template. It's interesting that these images are also down here in the description as well as this. So they've got some kind of template that they're just filling in with basic information, taking a front and back picture of the cards and boom, 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 knocking out the listings. So let's go to their feedback. Last 34,000 feedback in the last month. That means they've sold at least 120,000 listings. 120,000 auctions have ended with sales. That's pretty wild. I mean, there are so many people making significant sums of money in this business. Cards are just, you know, and they don't have to carry any inventory, right? So both Greg Morris and DC Sports 87, they don't even have to buy cards. They just have a reputation large enough that people send them cards. They sell them and they take a percentage of the sale. It's just it's amazing. And then of course COMC, I just added them in here because it's just hilarious that they have, you know, 9,248,418 cards listed. You of course can buy all of these cards through COMC.com. You save a significant amount of money if you buy directly through COMC. But you know, they're an enormous eBay seller. Everything is going to be fixed priced. I'll buy it now. All 9 million items. Okay, I guess there are some auctions. You have the choice of running an auction through COMC, but the vast majority of the cards are going to be fixed price. Yeah, 9,247,000 fixed price listings. So anyway, man, just want to show you guys. I think my business would be most similar to you know, maybe Superior Sports Investments, which, by the way, 330 feedback. So I would guess they've sold around 1,200 items this month. This is not a lot of sales, really. So not compared to the others, right? So anyway, just thought that was interesting to note. They have a ton of items listed, but at least in the last month, have not sold a ton. If you, 330 times 4. So anyway, and that's just an estimation. I don't know for sure how many cards they've sold, but a lot of people making a lot of money on eBay. And I just kind of showed you a couple different business models and a couple of different notable accounts that I kind of keep an eye on to see what they're up to, and try to learn from them and model my own store after them. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys those accounts, and hope you enjoyed it. And would love to hear your feedback and any questions you have about this video. Thanks a lot, everyone. Bye.